If you're over 50, this message could literally save your life. Because here's what most people don't realize. Once you hit your 50s, your risk of colon cancer increases by over 90%. And the sad part, most people don't even see it coming. Colon cancer is what I call a silent predator. You don't feel it, you don't see it. And by the time symptoms show up, guess what? It's often too late. But here's the thing. There's one food that can dramatically reduce your risk of colon cancer, and no, it's not some rare berry or exotic root from a remote jungle. It's something you can find right now at your local grocery store. Before we reveal it, let us know in the comments. Where are you watching from, and have you had your colon checked in the last 5 years? And don't forget to subscribe if you want more tips that keep you alive, thriving, and cancer-free after 50. Most people think colon cancer is all about genetics. And yes, genes play a role, but for the majority, it's lifestyle, especially your diet. Let's break it down. Processed meats, like bacon, sausages, and even some deli meats, are classified by the World Health Organization as Group 1 carcinogens. That's the same category as tobacco. Let that sink in. Low-fiber diets. Most people over 50 aren't getting even half the fiber they need daily. And fiber, that's the broom that sweeps out carcinogens from your colon. Refined carbs and fried foods. These create chronic inflammation in your gut and feed bad bacteria. Bad bacteria that create toxic byproducts, which irritate and mutate your colon cells over time. Every time you choose processed, fiberless foods, you're literally increasing the risk of polyps, inflammation, and eventual cancer. It's slow, but it's real. And here's the kicker. Most of the foods advertised as healthy for seniors are actually increasing your risk. Low-fat yogurts with added sugar, fiberless white breads labeled whole grain. It's a marketing trap. Now, let's talk about what can save your colon, because it's not a drug. It's not a supplement. It's a food, and it's incredibly simple. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. That's right. This humble food group is one of the most powerful anti-cancer weapons for people over 50. Why? Fiber, fiber, fiber. A cup of beans has more fiber than most people get in an entire day. And this fiber doesn't just bulk up stool, it feeds your good gut bacteria. Those bacteria produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that helps kill cancer cells and heal your colon lining. Plant compounds like lignans and saponins shown in studies to reduce tumor growth. Blood sugar control. Beans don't spike your glucose, and stable blood sugar means less inflammation, less insulin resistance, and less cancer risk. A study from JAMA Oncology found that people who ate legumes regularly had up to a 60% lower risk of developing colorectal cancer. And it's not just about prevention. Some doctors are now looking at legumes as part of survivorship diets, helping people bounce back and stay cancer-free. So what's the takeaway? Start small. Half a cup of lentils in soup, chickpeas in your salad, black beans in a wrap. Work up to 1 cup daily. It's not medicine, but it's powerful like medicine. And unlike many treatments, it comes with 0 side effects and a whole plate of benefits. Now let's flip the plate. While some foods protect your colon, others are like a slow poison, especially after 50, and most people eat them without a second thought. Here are 5 silent culprits that could be putting your colon in danger. 1. Processed meats. Bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli slices. These are classified as Group 1 carcinogens by the World Health Organization, the same category as smoking. Why? They contain nitrates and nitrites, which can convert into cancer-causing compounds as in your gut. Frequent consumption has been directly linked to much higher colorectal cancer risk, especially in those over 50. Dr. Carter. If it's smoked, cured, or preserved with chemicals, it's not your friend. 2. Refined grains. White bread, white rice, pastries. These are stripped of fiber and nutrients, and they spike your blood sugar. Spikes in insulin and glucose are inflammatory triggers, which can feed precancerous cells in the colon. A diet high in refined carbs is also linked to obesity and metabolic syndrome, both of which increase colon cancer risk. 3. Red meat in excess. Beef, lamb, pork. It's not just processed meats. Eating large amounts of red meat, especially grilled or charred, creates heterocyclic amines and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, compounds linked to colon tumors. Moderation is key. No more than 118 ounces per week is recommended by the American Institute for Cancer Research. 4. Sugary drinks, sodas. Even diet sodas count. They wreak havoc on the gut microbiome, create insulin surges, and promote inflammation, a trifecta that makes the colon vulnerable. Dr. Carter, you're not just sipping sugar, you're feeding inflammation. 5. Low-fiber diets. Not a food, but the absence of fiber is one of the biggest red flags. The average adult gets half the recommended daily fiber. This means waste sits in the colon longer, bacteria don't get fed, and toxic compounds have more contact time with the colon lining. If you're over 50, these 5 foods could be silently aging your colon and raising your risk. But don't panic, we're not done yet. All right, my friend, now that we've cleared the danger zone, it's time to load your cart with life-saving foods. These are the unsung heroes that support your colon, keep your gut healthy, and help fight off colon cancer naturally. Grab a pen, or better yet, take a screenshot. 1. Cruciferous vegetables. Examples: broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. These veggies contain sulforaphane, a powerful compound that boosts detox enzymes in the gut and helps eliminate cancer-causing substances. Bonus: they're loaded with fiber and antioxidants. Eat them steamed, roasted, or chopped into salads. I tell my patients, 1 serving a day can keep the surgeon away. Dr. Carter. 2. Berries. Especially raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries, packed with polyphenols and anthocyanins. Berries help reduce inflammation and neutralize free radicals that damage colon cells. They also feed beneficial bacteria in your gut. 3. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. High in both soluble and insoluble fiber, legumes clean out your colon like a brush and stabilize your blood sugar. Studies show regular consumption is associated with reduced colorectal cancer risk. A cup of lentils is cheaper than a colonoscopy and a lot tastier too. 4. Garlic and onions. These aren't just flavor boosters, they contain organosulfur compounds that slow cancer cell growth and support immune function. They've been linked to lower gastrointestinal cancer risks in multiple studies. 5. Whole grains. Think oats, brown rice, barley, and quinoa. They're fiber-rich and also contain lignans and magnesium, which help with regular bowel movements and protect the colon lining. Avoid white bread. Go for whole grain everything. 6. Nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, chia seeds. These little guys are loaded with omega-3s and antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and support colon cell integrity. Just a handful a day is enough. 7. Olive oil, extra virgin. A staple of the Mediterranean diet, olive oil contains anti-inflammatory phenolic compounds that have shown protective effects on the colon. Use it for salad dressings, sautéing, or drizzle it over steamed veggies. 8. Fermented foods. Examples: yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi. These introduce probiotics, beneficial bacteria that maintain a healthy gut barrier and reduce inflammation in the colon. A happy gut is a protective gut. Feed it wisely. These foods don't just fill your stomach, they heal it. After 50, Your grocery list is more than just a habit. It's your first line of defense against colon cancer. Shall we dive into the evidence? All right, don't laugh, because this might be the most important part of the video. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Your poop talks. You just need to know how to listen. He leans forward slightly. What comes out tells you everything about what's happening inside, and after 50, you better start checking before you flush. 1. Pencil-thin stools. A classic red flag. If your stool consistently looks skinny like a pencil, it could be due to a narrowing of the colon, possibly from a tumor or polyp, blocking the path. This is not the time to assume it's just constipation. Get checked. 2. Black or tarry stools. This often means bleeding in the upper GI tract. But if persistent, it can also indicate bleeding from a lesion or tumor in the colon. Medications like iron supplements or Pepto-Bismol can cause dark stool too, but if you're not on those and your stool looks like tar, don't play the guessing game with internal bleeding. See your doctor immediately. 3. Bright red blood in the stool. This could be hemorrhoids, or something more serious like a bleeding polyp or colorectal cancer in the lower colon or rectum. If you see this more than once, don't delay. Schedule a colonoscopy. 4. Mucus in stool. Occasional mucus is okay, but regular slimy stools with clear or white coating may point to gut inflammation or infection higher in the colon. Could be IBS or early signs of ulcerative colitis or colon cancer. 5. Floating or foul-smelling stool. This usually indicates malabsorption. Your gut isn't properly digesting fats. That could be due to gallbladder issues or a damaged colon lining. If your stool floats and smells like something died, take it seriously. Something inside might be struggling. 6. Frequent diarrhea or constipation. Long-term irregularity isn't just annoying, it's a warning sign. Persistent constipation or unexplained diarrhea could mean something is disrupting your gut's natural rhythm. It may be inflammation, blockage, or even precancerous changes. 7. Color changes that don't go away. Green. Could be diet or bile issues. Yellow or greasy. Trouble digesting fats. Gray or clay-colored. Liver or gallbladder dysfunction. Any new color showing up in your stool and staying there deserves a conversation with your doctor. The SHAPE poop test. Dr. Carter introduces his signature formula. Shape should be like a smooth sausage. Hue, brown, not red, black, or pale. Appearance, no mucus or undigested food. But pattern, consistent and daily. Effort, should pass easily, not forced or explosive. Check your shape every day. It's free, private, and might just save your life. Your colon is always communicating with you, and often it's not through pain or discomfort, but through your poop. Don't ignore the signs. They're subtle, but they're screaming at you. So here we are, friends. If you're over 50, your colon isn't just a digestive pipeline, it's a battlefield, a place where daily dietary decisions either armor you with defense or leave you vulnerable. If I had to choose just one food group to protect my colon, it wouldn't be some fancy exotic berry from the Amazon. It would be humble, unglamorous, and life-saving, fiber-rich legumes. Yes, you heard that right. Beans, chickpeas, lentils, split peas. Not exactly Instagram-worthy, but if your goal is to keep your gut strong and reduce your risk of colon cancer by up to 35% in T, then this food category is your frontline soldier. People ask me, is there a miracle food for colon cancer prevention? And I say, it's not a miracle, it's a bowl of lentil soup. Now, here's where it gets good. Why do legumes work so well? They're packed with soluble and insoluble fiber, which keeps things moving, and I mean really moving. They ferment in your colon and produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that acts like a superhero for your gut lining. They stabilize blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and feed your friendly gut bacteria. But Dr. Carter, you might ask, I don't want to eat beans all day. Don't worry, you don't have to. Here's a realistic daily routine. Breakfast. Add a scoop of white bean puree to your scrambled eggs. Lunch. A lentil salad with olive oil, lemon, and a sprinkle of cumin. Dinner. Chickpea stew or a warm bowl of black bean chili. Barbara Taylor. Oh yes, she eats beans, daily. Not out of a can, though. She slow cooks them, adds herbs, freezes them in batches, and lets that good gut magic do its job quietly. So if you're 50 plus and want to do something simple that future-proofs your health, open a bag of lentils. Your colon and your longevity will thank you. You want to avoid colon cancer? You want to keep your digestion clean and your body detox daily? Then don't forget this. Your colon needs movement. Every single day. No, he's not talking about workouts at the gym. He's talking about a proper, consistent bowel movement. Yes, let's say it plainly. 1 to 2 healthy, complete bowel movements per day is the real daily detox. Forget the overpriced juice cleanses and sketchy powders. The most powerful waste removal tool is already in you. But here's the problem. Most people over 50 are dehydrated, underfibered, and overly stressed. And this trio slows your gut like a traffic jam at rush hour. So, what's the solution? Dr. Carter gives us a 3-step daily flush routine. Step 1. Start the day with 16 O's of warm lemon water with a pinch of sea salt. This wakes up your digestive system and signals your colon that it's time to move. Step 2. Eat a high-fiber breakfast. Oats plus chia plus flax plus berries. This combo acts like a broom, sweeping through your intestines. Step 3. Move your body, even just a brisk 15-minute walk. Physical movement, internal movement. Your intestines literally rely on your physical motion to work. If you're not pooping daily, you're not detoxing, you're retoxing. Yes, it's funny, but it's also frighteningly true. And you? When was the last time you flushed out waste fully and regularly? Colon cancer often begins with stagnation, inflammation, and toxins lingering too long in the gut. Don't wait for a colonoscopy to scare you straight. Make your daily bowel movement a sacred, non-negotiable act of self-care. Listen carefully. I'm not here to tell you never to eat meat again, but I am here to warn you, if you're over 50 and eating red meat more than 3 times a week, your colon might be under silent attack. Yes, attack. Let me explain. Colon polyps are small clumps of cells that form on the lining of your colon. Most are harmless, but some of them can turn cancerous over time. And guess what one of the biggest drivers of these polyps is? Regular consumption of processed and red meats. Here's the science. Studies from the World Health Organization and the American Cancer Society show that high red meat intake, especially when grilled or fried, introduces compounds like heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and N-nitroso compounds, which are carcinogenic. Dr. Carter, when you grill that juicy steak until it's charred, you're basically seasoning it with cancer-causing chemicals. Your colon lining absorbs it. Over time, polyps develop. That's the beginning of trouble. So what do you eat instead? Let's not just take things away. Let's replace them with gut-loving, cancer-fighting options. Top 5 colon-protecting protein replacements. 1. Wild-caught salmon. Rich in omega-3s, it reduces inflammation and supports colon health. 2. Organic chicken breast. Lean, clean, and doesn't carry the same risks as red meat. 3. Lentils and legumes. Fiber-packed and full of plant protein, these nourish the gut microbiome. 4. Tempeh or fermented tofu. These plant proteins come with probiotics, fueling gut health while protecting your colon lining. 5. Quinoa plus black beans combo. A complete plant-based protein with 0 cancer risk. If you must have red meat, limit it to 1 serving per week. Make it grass-fed, organic, and avoid charring it. Pair it with cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or cabbage to counteract the harmful compounds. Let's do a quick gut check. Red meat scorecard. Do you eat red or processed meats more than 3x a week? Do you love grilled or charred meat? Do you skip fiber when eating meat-heavy meals? If you answered yes to any of these, your colon may already be under pressure, but now you know what to do about it. You don't have to go vegan to protect your colon from disease, but you do need to become strategic. I'm going to show you how to build what I call the anti-cancer gut shield, a way of eating that actively defends your colon lining every single day. What is the gut shield? It's a collection of natural, evidence-backed foods that form a protective barrier in your digestive tract, neutralizing carcinogens, encouraging cell repair, and sweeping out harmful waste before it turns toxic. Let's build it out. 1. Cruciferous vegetables, the cleanup crew. These include broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Why they matter? They contain sulforaphane, a compound that boosts your body's detox enzymes and helps eliminate potential carcinogens from the colon. Dr. Carter's tip: lightly steam them for maximum potency. Don't boil the life out of them. 2. Berries, the colon's bodyguards. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These fruits are packed with anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress in the gut lining. They also improve gut bacteria diversity. Pro tip: add a cup of mixed berries to your oatmeal or smoothie every morning. 3. Oats and barley, the gentle scrubbers. Whole grains like steel-cut oats and barley deliver soluble fiber, which binds to toxins in the gut and gently moves them out before they damage cells. They also feed healthy bacteria, helping them produce butyrate, a fatty acid that protects colon cells. 4. Garlic and onions, the silent warriors. These are rich in organosulfur compounds, which have been shown to inhibit tumor growth and promote DNA repair. Bonus, they also lower blood pressure and cholesterol, a win for seniors. 5. Extra virgin olive oil, anti-inflammatory elixir. Olive oil is rich in polyphenols that reduce inflammation in the gut and help prevent the growth of abnormal cells. Use it as your go-to oil for cooking or salad dressing. 6. Spices that heal. Turmeric, plus black pepper. Turmeric contains curcumin, a known anti-inflammatory and cancer-fighting compound. But here's the secret: pair it with black pepper to increase absorption by up to 2,000%. Sprinkle it into stews, eggs, or herbal teas. Every meal is an opportunity to either fuel inflammation or fight it. The foods you eat today could determine whether your colon stays strong or becomes compromised. Quick Gut Shield meal plan. Sample day. Breakfast: oatmeal with berries, flaxseed, and a drizzle of olive oil. Lunch: lentil soup with kale and garlic, side of sauerkraut. Dinner: grilled chicken with roasted broccoli and turmeric quinoa. Snack: a handful of walnuts, plus green tea with lemon. These foods not only lower your cancer risk, they improve bowel regularity, reduce gas and bloating, and increase your energy. And here's the good news: you don't have to cut out meat or go raw vegan. You simply have to outnumber the risky foods with protective ones. I tell my patients all the time, your colon is like a garden. You have to weed it, feed it, and seed it. And this Gut Shield diet does exactly that. Now let's talk about something cutting edge, something that researchers are waking up to in a major way: the gut-brain connection and how it may influence your cancer risk. Yes, your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, but these microbes are more than just passengers. They're little pharmacists. They help break down food, modulate inflammation, and even produce neurotransmitters like serotonin. When your gut microbiome is healthy, rich in fiber and diverse plant-based foods, it helps reduce chronic inflammation, which we now know is a major contributor to cancer development, including colon cancer. But when it's inflamed or imbalanced, often caused by ultra-processed foods, excessive red meat, sugar, and alcohol, it becomes a breeding ground for cell mutations and harmful bacteria that could promote tumor growth. And here's the stinger. A recent study found that individuals with more diverse, fiber-fed microbiomes had significantly lower markers of inflammation and colon cancer risk, especially over 50. So what's the action step? Feed your gut with the right food. Not just fiber, but prebiotic and probiotic-rich foods like raw garlic and onions, asparagus and leeks, sauerkraut and kimchi, if tolerated, yogurt with live cultures, and resistant starches like cooled potatoes or green bananas. Let your gut be your guardian. When your microbiome thrives, your whole system does. Colon cancer isn't just a genetic problem, it's an environmental problem, and you control that environment with every bite, every meal, every day. This is the exact daily routine I've recommended to my over 50 patients looking to protect their colon and digestive system long-term. It's simple, it's nutrient-rich, and yes, it tastes good. Let's start from the top. Breakfast. Anti-inflammatory kickstart. Oatmeal, steel cut, with ground flaxseed. 1-2 cup of blueberries, high in polyphenols. A scoop of plant-based protein or a hard-boiled egg. Herbal green tea or warm water with lemon. Why it works. You're feeding your gut-soluble fiber, antioxidants and resistant starch first thing. That lowers inflammation, fuels good bacteria, and keeps bowel movements regular. Lunch, the colon shield bowl. Large mixed greens salad with kale, spinach and arugula. 1.2 cup cooked lentils or chickpeas. Sliced avocado. Grilled salmon or sardines, 2-3 eggs a week only. Olive oil plus apple cider vinegar dressing. Why it works. You're loading up on cruciferous greens, plant protein, healthy fats, and omega-3s. Every one of these has been shown to help prevent colon cell mutations. Afternoon, the detox hour. A mug of raw ginger turmeric tea. A small handful of walnuts, or Raus pistachios. Why it works. Walnuts improve gut microbiota. Ginger and turmeric reduce inflammation and support liver detox, key organs in cancer defense. Dinner, the longevity plate. Steamed or roasted cruciferous veggies. Broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. 1 serving of quinoa or sweet potato. Grilled mushrooms or tofu. A glass of hot room temperature water with lemon. Why it works. This combo keeps your evening light, fiber-rich, and filled with anti-cancer compounds like sulforaphane and beta-glucans. Before bed, a probiotic capsule, optional, or 1-2 cup, plain Greek yogurt. If dairy is tolerated, don't underestimate consistency. Colon cancer takes time to develop, but so does resilience. Start with just one of these meals, then build. The best time to take control of your health was yesterday. The next best time is now. Q1. Dr. Carter, I've been eating red meat all my life. Do I have to quit completely? You don't have to quit completely, but cut it down, especially processed red meat like sausages, bacon, or deli meats. Stick to lean, grass-fed cuts once or twice a week, max. And always balance with fiber-rich veggies to aid digestion and reduce carcinogen buildup. Q2. Are colonoscopies really necessary after 50? A. Yes, absolutely. Colonoscopies can detect polyps before they become cancerous. If you're over 50, get one every 10 years, or more often if you're high risk. It's one of the most powerful preventive tools we have. Q3. Can supplements help prevent colon cancer? A. Supplements can help, but they're not magic pills. Vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3s have supportive evidence, but they work best with a clean diet, not instead of one. 4. What's the link between alcohol and colon cancer? Even moderate alcohol consumption increases your risk. Alcohol irritates your gut lining and disrupts microbiome balance. If you drink, do it sparingly, no more than 1 drink a day, and aim for alcohol-free weeks regularly. Q5. Is constipation a sign of colon cancer? A. Not always, but chronic constipation should never be ignored. It can signal polyps, gut inflammation, or lifestyle issues like low fiber. If you notice sudden changes in your bowel habits, talk to your doctor. You've stayed with me for nearly an hour, and that already puts you ahead of 90% of people who keep pushing their health to someday. Let me be clear. Colon cancer is not just a disease of bad luck. It's a disease of ignored signals and missed choices. But you now know the foods to cut, the warning signs to spot, and the meals to prepare to protect your gut and give your body a fighting chance. Now let's take it a step further. Drop a comment below and let me know. Which food are you cutting out starting today? Hit the like button so this video gets pushed to others who need it. And most importantly, subscribe to Senior Spring Vitality, because we're not done. We've got more truth, more recipes, and more expert insights coming every single week. I'm Dr. James Carter, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay smart, stay vital.